The U.S. Department of Education's Office of Inspector General is responsible for investigating any fraud, waste, and abuse in the federal agency's programs, ensuring that federal funds, which flow to over 100,000 schools, are used appropriately.
If they have access to funds, if there's no separation of duties, people get greedy, and then that's when we find fraud.
Jason Williams is the Assistant Inspector General of Investigations.
Are we talking about $10,000, $20,000?
It's millions. And so, we see when these scams do take place, when people do misuse their positions of trust, they are doing millions of dollars in fraud, and usually over a period of years.
Williams says the true victims of these scams are often children.
These are elementary school kids. These are children with disabilities, but you're taking that money away from them and they can't use it for their education.
Why is it that some bad actors do focus on education?
When you look at the controls that are in place, sometimes they're lax. You have one person that's also doing the purchasing, but they're also paying the credit card bill. And that's what we call separation of duties. And when these things aren't in play, these things happen.
Williams says warning signs can include duplicate invoices, missing equipment, lack of receipts or other documentation, and unusual vendor or purchasing activity. Of the many fraud cases his office has investigated, Williams often recalls one particular case out of California.
This particular district, 61% of their student population was, eligible for Title I. So it's a very low income district. And this financial manager in this district, he stole $16 million over a number of years. He just pled guilty and he's on his way to prison.
If you suspect fraud or theft in your school district, Williams encourages you to contact the OIG. You can report fraud, waste, or abuse to their hotline, located on their website. With this Watching Your Wallet, I'm Caresse Jackman.